From Fear to Freedom, the journey of Sarah ****. Once upon a time, in a bustling city, there lived a young woman named Sarah. She was talented, hardworking, and full of dreams. Yet, one thing held her back: fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and most of all, fear of stepping out of her comfort zone. Sarah had always dreamed of starting her own business, a cozy bakery that would fill the streets with the aroma of fresh pastries. But every time she thought of taking the first step, doubts crept in. What if I fail? What if people laugh at me? What if I'm not good enough? One day, while walking through the park, Sarah met an elderly man feeding the birds. He noticed her troubled expression and struck up a conversation. As she shared her fears, he smiled and told her a story. "Years ago, I dreamed of being a writer," he began. "But fear kept me from picking up a pen. One day, I realized something: every successful person I admired had faced fear. The difference was they acted despite it. So, I wrote my first story, trembling with doubt. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. Today, I've published 20 books." His words struck a chord in Sarah's heart. She realized fear was not the enemy, inaction was. That night, she wrote a list of small steps she could take, researching business licenses, experimenting with recipes, and starting a social media page to share her journey. With each step, her confidence grew. Her friends and family encouraged her, and soon, Sarah opened her bakery. It wasn't all smooth sailing. There were days of burnt pastries and financial struggles, but she learned to embrace failures as lessons. Years later, Sarah's bakery became the heart of her community. She often shared her story with customers, inspiring them to chase their dreams. The elderly man's advice stayed with her: courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting despite it. Takeaway for your audience. Fear is natural but shouldn't hold you back. Break big dreams into small, actionable steps. Every failure is a lesson leading you closer to success. Act now, because the only failure is not trying at all.